Hello, and welcome to today's video. In our last session, we talked about the different types of PLC timers. Today, we're going to put that knowledge into practice. We will learn step by step how to add and configure timers in a TIA portal program. On the screen, I have the project we prepared earlier. It's a simple setup with an HMI screen on the left and our TIA portal programming environment on the right. The HMI has a button to open a door, a display for a timer value, and a small animation of a door. Right now, if I press the button, nothing happens with the door because we haven't programmed the logic yet. Our goal is to make this button control the door using a timer. We will start with the most common type, the on-delay timer, also known as TON. The logic we want to create is this. The door should only open after we have pressed and held the button for a few seconds. Let's begin. First, make sure you are in your programming block. For this video, I am working inside the main OB1 block. Now, let's find the timer instructions. Move your cursor to the far right of the screen to the instructions pane. In this pane, you will see a folder called Timer Operations. Let's expand it by clicking the small arrow next to it. You will see several options, so we are going to use the standard IEC timers. The one we want for our on-delay timer is called TON. Now, click on the TON block, hold down your mouse button, and drag it over to Network 1 in your programming window. Release the mouse button when you see a green circle appear on the network line. A new window will pop up. This is the instance data block call options. Every timer needs its own special memory area to keep track of its status and elapsed time. TIA Portal creates this for you automatically. All we need to do is give it a unique name. I will name this one Door on Delay Timer. Then click the OK button. Now you can see our timer block in the network. Let's take a closer look at its connection points or pins. On the left side, we have two inputs. In, which is the main input that starts the timer counting, and PT, which stands for preset time. This is where we tell the timer how long it should count for. On the right side, we have two outputs. Q, which is the main output that becomes true after the timer has finished counting, and ET, which stands for elapsed time, and outputs the current time as the timer is counting. Now, let's connect everything. First, the IN pin. We want our HMI button to start the timer. Let's add a normally open contact to the line before the in pin. You can find this in the toolbar at the top. Now, we need to assign our button tag to this contact. I will open my PLC data block where my HMI tags are stored. I will drag my HMI button tag and drop it right onto the question marks above the contact. Great. Now, when we press the button, the in pin will become true. Next, let's set the preset time, or PT. This is the duration we have to hold the button. I want it to be 2.5 seconds. In TIA Portal, you write time values in a special format. For 2.5 seconds, we will type T pound 2 S 500 ms. That stands for time 2 seconds and 500 milliseconds. Now, for the outputs. This is a very important step. For S71200 and S71500 PLCs, a timer will not run unless you use at least one of its outputs. Finally, let's connect the Q output. This is the signal that will open our door. I will drag my door open tag from my data block and drop it onto the question marks next to the Q pin. Our network is now complete. Let's download this program to the PLC and see it in action. Now I will turn on monitoring by clicking the glasses icon. Let's watch the HMI on the left. I am going to press and hold the button. Look, you can see the elapsed time value counting up. It's going, and once it reaches 2.5 seconds, the cue output becomes true and the door opens. Perfect. Now, if I release the button early, the timer resets and the door does not open. This is exactly how an on-delay timer works. What if we want a different behavior? For instance, what if we want the door to open for a set amount of time with just a single quick press of the button? For that, we need a pulse timer, or TP. The great thing about these standard timers is that they are interchangeable. We don't have to delete and rewire everything. Click on the timer block in your network. You will see a small yellow drop-down arrow appear right above the name TON. A menu appears. From here, we can simply select a different timer. Let's choose TP for pulse timer. The block instantly changes to a TP timer, but all our tag connections remain the same. Let's download this change and test it. Now I will turn monitoring back on. This time, I will just give the button a quick. See that? The door opened immediately and stayed open while the timer counted down from 2.5 seconds. This is the pulse timer in action. Let's try one more. We can also change it to an off-delay timer, or TOFF. This timer will keep the door open for a period after we release the button. Let's download and test this final version. Now, I will press the button. The door opens immediately. The cue output is on, but the timer hasn't started yet. The off-delay timer starts counting when the input signal goes from true to false. So it will start when I release the button. Let's release it now. There it goes. The timer is counting down and the door stays open. After 2.5 seconds, it closes. So as you can see, implementing timers in TIA Portal is straightforward once you understand the steps. A quick note on the TONR, or retentive timer. It works differently because it accumulates time and needs a separate reset signal. Because of this, you cannot switch to it using the drop-down menu. I hope this detailed step-by-step guide was helpful for you. If it was, please give the video a like and consider subscribing for more tutorials. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.